Hi, do you know that your self-credit score determine what life gives to you? What is your score? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Self Whisper Unplug. We are actually getting ready to go into episode 85. And this is the episode that I'm going to give you or unlock some secrets to manifestation that's dealing with the value, your true value and potential. Now, I know some of y'all may say to yourself, self credit score, is there such thing? Yes, yes. You might walk around and you might see somebody, or this might be you, where you're just walking around and you make sure that you're clean from your head to your toe. You looking really, really fabulous. And, but yet inside something is wrong. It could be anything, like if you're a counselor or a coach, whatever entrepreneur job that you have, you might be giving it free. You might not know how to put a price on it. Okay. That's just one example that I'm talking about. But we're going to get into 5 things that are going to give you better understanding on what I'm talking about. So, the first one I have is how what is your credit score? Your self credit score, excuse me. I want you to think of it like this. If you have a low credit score with where you try to get credit, it's going to limit you. It's going to keep you at a position that is very low where you might not can get the house. You might be turned down for certain credit cards. But when we're dealing with ourself, it's like a spiritual debt. You understand? It's a spiritual debt that you have to let go of. Because anyone can show up and say, I want to really make a lot of money. I see everybody making a lot of money on social media. I am ready. I'm ready to get clients. Everybody tell me that I need to have a podcast. Everybody tell me that I need to become a speaker. As soon as that particular person who's in charge of or should I say your mentor is in charge of the webinar and say, hey, this is the price I'm going to charge for you to invest in yourself. You back up. You start saying, wait a minute, that's not of God. Can I tell you that what's probably happening is that you have a low self credit score. I unplugged it. Okay. Because you can't accept it. Something in your past, something that someone told you, money don't grow on trees. I remember my mother used to say that. What's wrong with you? You think I'm rich? And it's sad because I just continued that same speech with my daughter. So you stay in a poverty consciousness. That's your self credit score. And next we have, what do you need to do? You ask. You need to raise up your value within. Wearing the best clothes, wearing the Coach bag. I always go to Coach or whatever bag that is, say it's what, a couple hundred and maybe 1,000. Wearing that may make you feel you're rich. But I'm going to go back. Come on. I think when you got one of those expensive, I'm going to say it like that, bags, or even the car. It can be a man who gets or a woman who say, I want to go ahead and get a Mercedes Benz. I want people to look at that and say, oh, you got to have money. You must have money. Oh, she has a Coach bag. I know she got money. And in reality, I'm here to let you know. Let's unplug what's really going on. You can barely pay your rent. Been there, done that. You are driving the car with the insurance payments, which is equal to your rent, and you rather pay that. I've seen many people who said, listen, I'm going to choose my car because they're holding on to something that they want to give a false perception to other people. Why? Because somewhere inside you, you have a low self credit score. Well, we are going to unplug the false narrative. That's one of the things that you need to do because some of y'all co-sign. Mm, 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 mm. You co-sign doubt and fear. You wake up afraid. You wake up thinking, oh, this is just a bad day. When you do that, when you did that, what happens? You prophesied the rest of your day. You spoke it in. You manifested, whatever way that y'all want to say it. And what happens is life come to you and bring that man to you that's going to rob everything that you have because you really don't feel like nothing anyway within, and then somebody come and rob you and take the little that you have. Y'all ladies know exactly. Don't tell me. I know. I talk to many of y'all with that. So what happens, the purpose of me telling you this, because I want you to stop and say, you know what? I have been getting cheated. I have been getting the low end of the stick. Matter of fact, why do I meet guys that just want to prey on me? And then this could be a man. A man, you might say, I am tired of meeting females that want all my money. But you have to ask yourself, and I think I said this in another uh, episode. Do she have to, how should I say? When you meet her and she see your Jaguar, you know what she's gonna think. It's a difference between seeing someone with a Jaguar, and I have nothing against the Ford, found dead on the road or whatever. I had one, so don't get mad at me. But you got a Ford in this kind of 10 years old, you can see it. But when she first get in your car and everything's rocking, everything look like she's getting ready to get in a spaceship. You might even have a Tesla. She's going to look at you and she's going to think immediately, this person has a lot of money. Now, I am not saying I'm not against you going and having these things, but what I'm saying to you, man, female, you must start within to bring your worth up. It's not really important. I know to some of y'all it is, but is it really important that everybody look at you and say, "Oh my God, you rich and you this?" Mm, especially the ones that put it on social media. Because when you raise that up, you raise yourself above what's going on inside of you. Guess what's going to happen? Social media is going to see when they pulling your car away, when a repo man come. Which I know you're not going to show that, but you understand what I'm saying? They're going to talk about you. So and so got that Coach bag, and she called me and told me could I come over and bring her baby some food. Yes, I just unplugged it. I'm sorry, it's raw, but we're talking about self credit score. So I really want you to get yourself together. You need to manifest bold expectations. Yes, and what I have for that is I want you to walk as you already have it. That doesn't mean that you can't go get the coach imitation bag, and people might think, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Start off with the one that's the least expensive until your bank account can say a number that is higher than the coach bag value. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You don't need to go get a Tesla. No offense to Elon Musk, but you don't need to go get a Tesla. I think you need to have a conversation with yourself. Do I really want to get this Tesla when I'm in a position where I can't even pay my rent? This is why people are so frustrated. This is the underlying reason that so many people, uh, I would say, motivational speakers or mentors who's trying to explain to people, put investment, put in yourself, investment. Someone that is already driving a Tesla, someone that's already a millionaire, someone who are already making, maybe they making $500,000 a year, but they are successful. And this is your coach. If anybody know me, I always say, you better go get a coach. And this is what I'm doing now. I am literally tired of being on the island. And go get a coach, because that coach or that mentor is going to help you see things you don't see. I am one of those coaches. I'm different. I see, or I look at what's going on within yourself. Within yourself. I want you to think about that. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have no magic power. I don't have none of that. But what I do have is gifts that God have given me. And in those gifts, I have realized, even just reading the Bible, that in the beginning, when God made the earth, it was void. If you understand, even when he said, I made man and let's make man in our image, it was all coming from within. So what I'm saying to you, you're not going to hear other places because they dealing with the outside. The psychiatrist dealing with the outside. I am not here. Let me tell you, disclaimer. I am not here to fix you medically. I'm here for you to look on the inside. I understand you love Dr. So-and-so. I understand you love Reverend so-and-so, because the Reverend is supposed to feed your spirit. But the doctor, some of y'all have made the doctor your God. How did I get there? How did of course I did. Okay. And the other thing is, we want you to go ahead and walk like it. You can walk like it. Your clothes should be clean. You should be smelling good. You can take care of yourself without going and breaking the bank. Some of y'all don't even bank the break. Now, the other thing, I want to make sure I probably are giving y'all a bonus. It says live as the master of your reality. This is what I had pulled out. You you are the one that will receive the blessing. Okay? You are the one that will receive the blessing. Because the only way you can receive it is you have to unlock that issue that is within you. In order to do that, read, read, go to seminars, webinars, and don't just go because you say, well, you know what, Miss P said go here, or Miss P is going to this, she has a coach and I want this. No, let me explain to you. When you have a problem with your teeth, you don't go to the doctor, because the doctor don't specialize in that. So do you see what I'm saying? You want to go to the place the coach that literally is going to specialize in something that you need. Some of y'all just need help on social media. You're going to find somebody for that. Some of y'all need a psychiatrist. If I have nothing against whatever y'all want to do and you love the medication and all of that, I'm holistic. Okay. I am holistic. I don't believe in medication, but I feel like medication have a place. So if you want medication, you're not doomed. But I believe that everybody should know their self, their body, even inside. So you can go to the doctor and say, this is what's going on with me, instead of letting the doctor say, oh, let me see. I really don't know you. I don't know how you live. I don't know how you eat. But on our chart, let me see these 3 things you're having a problem with. Okay, let me go and look and see. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to give you this medication. Then you go back and he give you another medication. That medication is knocking that medication, and that medication is not mixing with that medication. Then you got all kind of stuff going on. I said a mouthful. Know yourself. Know your worth. When you know who you are, no one can tell you are nobody. That past whisper, you're gonna say, stop it. You won't walk around and say, the devil, the devil, the devil. Yes, I said it. I unplugged that. That's one thing I do not like. And I know some of y'all church people are gonna say, oh, that's what, you don't know because the devil did it. Did you see the devil in the red horn, pink horn, whatever? You did see the devil. It's a spiritual thing. Yes, I believe the spiritual things. I believe that these things happen. I believe in the spiritual realm is another force. Oh, yes, but we're not going to really go there. Speaking of which, I'm going to take this time to say I sponsor my book, Spiritology. You can find Spiritology everywhere. Just look up Spiritology. You can find it on my website, selfwhisper.com. You can also find it on Amazon. Spiritology is going to help those of you who have been hurt by the church, spiritual thing, hurt by leaders that might be spiritual or just non-leaders that literally compromise, took disrespect, took you in a area or a lane because of their authority. It's a good book. It's called Spiritology. And I believe it's back there. Now let's go back. And that Spiritology is sponsored by me, Phyllis Y. Whitley. Let's go ahead and go in conclusion. I want to talk about I want to go to a scripture because I know some of y'all say, you talk a lot. Do you know God? Oh, yes, I do know God. Okay. I am going to give you this scripture, and I want those of you, first of all, those of you who are listening, why don't you comment in below? Comment and tell me what is your self credit score? Is it a 10? Is it a 100? Is it a 1,000? I am curious to know. Let's see what God says about it. Proverbs 23:7. I want you to go ahead and please write this down. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Do you understand that scripture is explaining everything? God said heart. Do you understand that's within? Do you see your heart? Do you see a heart here? No, it's within. Everything is within, just like in the beginning. Okay? When he made Eve, he went within her, within Adam, within, got a rib. That's a metaphor for you to sit back and think about. The things that's coming in your life is a possibility, is coming upside down and lowly. because of what you're thinking about yourself. I have counseled many, many people and mentored them. And the thing that I found mostly is when someone said, he did this, he did that, he did this, and he did that. I have nothing against somebody who have been literally physically abused, but I'm talking about verbally, and even some of those that have been physically abused, but we talk about years. What happened when they come to me and they say, oh my goodness, this person did this and that? Excuse me. What happens is, one of the things that I say to them, they treat you bad, right? And they say, yeah, let's be on the safe side and talk about verbal verbal abuse. They call me anything. They call me this, Miss P. They call me this. They treat me just downright bad. And I said, Ray Ray is treating you like this? It might be somebody named Thomas. And they say, yeah. And when I go into how they need to bring their esteem, their self-esteem up, we need to work on what's going on with them. We need to revise their whispers, their inner thoughts, inner words. They said, no, what you talking about? I'm talking about him. There's nothing wrong with me. And I say, why you don't love yourself? What do you mean? Why I don't love myself? Your self credit score is going to it's going to determine what life brings you. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. Is it a possibility that you are being treated the way you feel about yourself inside? I can't say no more, but you can go ahead and book a discovery call and we can go farther. Yes, we are talking about your self credit score. I am going to go to my team because they give me questions, right? And I know some of y'all have questions. And if I didn't answer your question, go ahead and just put in the chat. Okay. One of the questions that they literally had, I'm going to try my best to answer it. And it is, excuse me, because I had to write this down. They said to me, how do I know if I have low self esteem? Excuse me, how do I know if I have a low self credit score? Excuse me, which is still your low self esteem. When you doubt yourself, when every word is lack, when I can't, no, I can't do that. I don't want to go to school because I'm a D student. I don't want to get on the dating site because I'm too big. I don't want to get on social media on YouTube because I don't think that I look like those 16-year-olds and stuff. And I'm over 50. It's the words that come out of your mouth is going to tell you that you have a low self credit. And then sometimes it's not the words, sometimes it's just your environment. Do you even travel outside of your backyard? Do you understand what I'm saying? Your state is what you allow to come to you. Is I want you to think about all of your friends. Oh, for a minute. Do any of your friends make the money that you want to make? Do any of your friends live in the on the street that you want or dream to live on? I'm not saying this your friends. You need to clear your environment. When you walk into your house, is it instantly when you walk in, you don't feel good because the house is just everything's a mess. A lot of times, what you see around your house, what you see the mess, even when you go to your bills. I used to know somebody who had all their bills on the table, piled up. That's clutter. Clutter is really telling you, physical clutter is really telling you what's going on in here and heart, the same. Excellent question. The next question I have, what is the fastest way to improve it? You need to change your self-talk. Earlier I said stop co-signing. When you hanging out at your job and somebody's talking about, girl, you know, all them, it is just no good men out there. I'm telling you right now, or you might be a male and they may be saying, man, you know, so and so girlfriend cheated on him, and you know, they all whores. They all whores. You may be looking at videos, you know, I don't know if they still have it. When I remember the days, they would just, the women's was just, everything was hanging out, and the rapper, everything was you a B, you a B, you a B. You constantly hearing this in your ear, you gonna walk around and think you a B. Now, for those of you who feel like you a bad B, you know, I ain't got nothing, I can't say nothing to you about that. You're fine. But what I'm saying is, what are you letting into your ear gates, your eye gates? Is it constantly you looking at, I don't want to say shows, but are you looking at shows that, or commercials? I'm gonna be honest. Commercials, don't let me start. Are you believing what you see in the commercial? Everybody's not a size 4. So maybe when you see the commercial, you just say, okay. And then, and next. Little things like that may seem funny, but it's what you see, is what you hear. Are you gossiping all day? Are you listening to what don't have? Is your aunt constantly telling you, well, this one is not that one? Do you get the message? I think you got the message. Those questions was so good. And I am going to conclude this. I want you to realize something, that your promised land is waiting for you. Okay, your promised land is waiting for you. Now, meanwhile, I encourage you to go ahead and look at some of my other episodes so you can start seeing that everything is coming together. I am so happy that you came over to my space today. Until next time, I want you to unplug, transform, and manifest your promised land today. But remember, if loving yourself is right, you don't want to be wrong.